doing, making whole scene the same. Big dog, about to bring the motherfucking pain. Lock it in, lock it in, lock it in.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're gonna work it out a little bit today. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, let's just keep it going. This one is about to agitate the spirit. Y'all got to forgive me. I'm dealing with a slight side injury. I don't know what the hell happened. I tell you what, champ, they won't lie when they said you better value your youth.
Facts.
Do you hear me? I sneezed.
What?
I said I chewed. About blew my whole left side out.
Lord have mercy.
Do you hear me?
I have several questions.
I ain't felt no pain like this since I had my first basketball injury.
He needs some milk.
Y'all got to forgive me. I can't even choke. You hear me? I said, young folk, take care of your body. Because something as simple as blow your whole ribs out. You hear me? So I'm trying to deal with it. Y'all got to work with me. I'm working under painful circumstances. It's what I'm trying to tell you. But anywho, I ain't got time to be chucking and jiving, laughing and high-fiving. Not this episode. I know you can hear the pain in my voice. Do you hear me? But we gonna get through it. And you there with the big man. Woo! Matter of fact, let's just redo it. Let's just bring it back. What's up, everybody? I can't even come in hot like I want to, man.
Come on,
right,
man.
Hey, say what up, man. It's your boy Mick, man. Your big player partner. You understand me? We got a dope one coming in.
Let's go, champ.
What? Come on, y'all know I can't.
Let's go, champ.
Come on, man. I can't lift us so high. No diddy. I'ma try. Y'all ready? I ain't gonna say I can't. Can't should never be in the man's vocabulary. Ain't that what old buddy from Loving Basketball Daddy told him?
Facts.
Here nor there. It's me, the Mick Man, aka Mickey J the Analyst, aka Mick Man with the big hands. You feel me? Hey, say man, we got a fire episode today. Do you hear me? I ain't even gonna hold you. This is a universal. Everybody pull up. Everybody sit down. Everybody listen. Because right now, we about to be firing on all business. Do you understand? Say, today we gonna talk about co-parenting. I can't do no fast movement, so y'all know what, you feel me? Y'all know what comes after that, you feel me? So say, man, don't want to go ahead and tackle it hard. I don't want to go ahead and get into it, man. I know they want me to come out the pockets of Roger, but I got to build it. All right, say, man. When you have a child with somebody, man, it changes the whole whatever type of relationship you initially had, depending on the person you had a child with. Okay. Now, all through the introduction of this podcast, I have let all of y'all know me, the big man,
Let's go, champ.
he had a baby at 16 years old, right? I was a child who had a child. And I'm not going to sit here and say it was cool. I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like, it was something I was proud of because, it was neither or. But I manned up. I took responsibility for that situation. So, okay. This is where it gets iffy, man. And I wasn't the first one that did it. It's just, I'm not going to put myself out there like it started and ended with me. No, heavens no. I was just part of a crazy epidemic of situation, and I was a product of it. You know what I mean? Hip thrusting era, as I call it now.
What?
So, okay. Y'all got to work with me, bro. I am trying. So, when you have a baby with somebody, man, it always starts out sweet, right? It always starts out sweet. You make a bunch of promises. You invest a lot of unnecessary, whatever, into whatever you think is going to be the future with this person and raising this child. And, we're just going to go off how it goes off potentially with your first child. It's variations to this, and we're going to talk about each variation. Oh, buddy. In advance, yes, this will be a 2-part series. No way I'm going to be able to get through all this in one sitting. And am I going to be able to sit my ass down this long with what's going on? Okay. At the end of the day, when we get an opportunity to produce life, because everybody can't, let's keep this in mind while we're talking. A lot of y'all who complain about having kids, in the midst of me talking, understand not everybody who deserves to have kids can actually have their own. So just, while you in the car, just ride with me and listen. I don't need you singing to the words. I just need you to listen to the words. You understand me? Because this is a track you're going to need to remember.
Shit like that,
so,
shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
As I stated prior, I had a kid, gave the breakdown of, how when you have a chat with somebody, at times we get a little carried away. We start, making a lot of premeditated promises. Sorry, y'all, I got to pat it down like a pastor today. It's a little warm in here. It's just so much going on. Why is it so hot in here? Come on now.
Why?
You got me up here.
Why?
Patting like I'm at a cathedral. I said, come on now, somebody.
Hallelujah, praise the Lord, thank you, Jesus.
All right, chill, I can't laugh. Okay. In the midst of that, trying to identify what you're going to be as a unit for this child, this is when things start to get interesting. Man or woman, if you have a child with somebody, and let's just start with the obvious one. We ain't gonna start with none of the good stuff here. We're gonna start with the obvious one. Let's say you're a man and a woman, or a young girl and boy, who y'all mess around, and then y'all find out. Now, this is what comes with it. First of all, as a person who made those engagements early in life, there's absolutely no remorse for somebody finding out about a surprise pregnancy when they're 100% not using protection to begin with. I might have probably used protection maybe once with the person I had a child with the first time. I don't even know if I did that. I ain't even gonna say, we grown. What's somebody gonna do? Put their hands on me or something?
Get your man.
Really, nigga?
I'll probably get my ass whooped right there. I'll probably get the brakes. I'll probably get my whole transmission slipped. Do you hear me?
Yikes.
Boy, I can't even. Damn, me. Fight back, man. I'm sorry, that was me. Y'all got the I'm sorry this is happening in the midst of this episode, but I'm hoping it's giving somebody some comedic relief because I am going through it. I am going through it. But anyway, got me still bad. I got so much going on this episode. So okay. Everybody should understand, like I said, when you're not using protection, all this surprise slip up. Now, I will say this. Fellas, strictly to the fellas, a couple episodes back, I gave y'all some of Mickey's precautionary pregnancy methods. I stand behind those. I really do. I'm just throwing it out there. What episode is it, Mick? Go back and find it. You know, it's just in one of those great classics that I've dropped. And if you really want to, you know what I mean, really dig through the files, you're going to go back, check out what's been going on until you run into it. And you can run into it sooner, you can run into it later. But just know, I gave you some precautionary pregnancy protection skills or methods to use. Men only. Okay. Now, allowing yourself to understand that you've got somebody pregnant or are pregnant, this is where it gets scary. First things first, we always panic over the financial part. You know, I have a place to raise this kid financially. Or, you know, that could be the problem. You could simply just not want to have a kid. Okay, this is what gets touchy. Me personally, I'm telling you that. This is just me. This is the big man. I'm saying this, and however it's going to be took, it's going to be took. But y'all know, I stand on my word, and you know what I mean? Once I'm 10 toes down, I mean, what can I do? They're on the ground. I believe this, women. If you know you're about to have a kid, and you know you don't necessarily, you want it, but you can't take care of it, or you can take care of it and you're just not financially stable. Either or, both of those are very, very flip-floppy. I feel like this. And hear me well. See, this is going to separate the grown from the clothes. If you know there's a chance you could be pregnant, and it's within 2 to 3 weeks that you've done anything in that situation, if you choose to, for whatever reason, put yourself in a situation where you rid yourself of it, I think it should be understood that long as you get rid of it before it starts to really form into something crazy, and it can stick with you mentally, I don't see a problem with you going to get rid of it because it didn't get a chance to really grow.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Now, that's why I'm just gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna say nothing more. I feel like, you know, if you're a woman and that's the case, and you know, and plus everybody doesn't want to. You some people you just want to fuck. So everybody you don't want to procreate with. So I understand that, ladies. I mean, shit, there's a lot of y'all who have spread yourself from having bums, a bum's baby. And I love that for you. I mean, let's just find out. I mean, shit, no point of you adding on to more problems, especially with somebody who you know is not going to be what they need to be for something that you have procreated with just because you want to have a good time. I don't blame you. And it is what it is when it comes to that.
Yikes.
Or, you know, some of y'all have just done it for simple pleasure of you not wanting to be somebody who's tied to something for life. And I'm not judging that either. But that's just how I feel. I feel if it's done in a certain time fashion where you don't have a chance to even wonder, assume, you're not even sure. You're not even sure you're pregnant. You just take some precautionary measures to make sure you took care of a situation that maybe if it was, maybe if it won't, I don't feel no type of way. That's just not me being grown, me understanding, me living in the world and knowing what's going on in it. And if that's the problem with some of y'all, Take it up with some of your family members because you'd be surprised who done did whatever. Okay. Moving forward. The baby gets here. Let's say this is to the part where everybody has this child, right? 3 different variations of relationships. As I just stated, the ones who might not necessarily wanted to have it or weren't financially secure. The one who had it because, they actually wanted to have a baby, whether it was a male or a female, whichever one. Or the male or female that trapped somebody because they knew that's the only way they could keep that person in their life.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
Dynamic bad mother. Did you hear me? That last one, though.
Where I'm coming from, you jive, motherfucker!
So, we just named those 3, right? This is where things get iffy. And this one I want everybody to understand, bro. If you're having a baby with somebody that you're actually going to be with, G, and I do mean like actually going to be with, it don't matter what happens. As long as y'all being honest with each other, y'all rocking shit out, y'all doing right by each other, y'all going to weather whatever storms that come when it comes to if y'all truly want to have a family. Now, does that always work? No. Does that always fail? No. It always comes down to the mindsets of the people because nothing really becomes a problem until families get involved. I see what I said. When families get involved and they start giving their input, it starts swaying not only how you may feel towards each other, but how you may look at the child, especially if you're a man. Especially if you're a man. And if you're a woman or a man who already has somebody coming into the situation, we'll touch on that. We will touch on that. That's a whole nother whatever. But understand this. Some of y'all who didn't make certain situations last, y'all ended up acting out of character because of what females or other males in your family or the person you participated in having a baby with were saying, and you felt the need to go the extra mile to defend yourself, defend the situation, stand on business, and what you really did is dug a hole for yourself. Because this is one thing for sure I know. If you can make it with each other until that baby's at least 3 to 4. 3 to 4. Some of y'all be lucky to make it past a year or 2. You understand me? But if you can make it with that baby in a stable environment with child 2 for 3 to 4 years, this is what y'all need to understand. At the end of the day, if that's what you're doing, you can make it.
Facts.
Because you already put yourself in a situation where the mom and the dad can have a stable enough environment where y'all can cohabitate. Now, let's say one of y'all wants the baby, one of y'all don't want the baby. And most of the time, y'all be tricked and surprised on how many of these moms don't want the baby. And y'all be thinking it's the man.
Shit like that.
See, a lot of times, especially current day, and this is more so to like the younger girls. You know what I mean? This is more so to the young girls. Y'all be surprised how many of these males be wanting to actually be fathers versus to these women or young girls who be wanting to be mothers these days, man.
Facts.
A lot of these young girls don't be wanting to be moms. A lot of these young girls want to be outside, shaking ass, being promiscuous, doing all this other wild stuff. A lot of these dudes have already made peace with being somebody who starts slowing down. Sometimes all a man needs is a reason to start slowing down and being a man. And if a man, because if a man hasn't found his true purpose, that child becomes his purpose until he finds what it is.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Not saying the same thing for a woman. Not saying the same thing for a woman. But it's different for a man. Because a man isn't a nurturer. A man's a protector. A man's a provider. But if a man has to lower his guard and he has to become a first line of nurturing for a child, that man has already warped his whole mindset around, because nothing that happens will he let interfere with him being in that child's life.
Aha.
And a lot of women who don't want these kids, who know they have a baby father or a baby daddy like that, those are the ones who are sending these broken men back out into the world for y'all good women to mess up. I'm sorry, to have to try to repair, because they done messed them up. It's a lot of good dudes who baby mamas had a good man, but she broke him. She broke him. She went out here and she played them games. She went out here. She didn't take accountability for some of the deceit or betrayal she might have had a hand in. And she wasn't honest about her intent, meaning she played like she wanted to be a mother until she realized what came with being a mother. Now, on the flip-flop side, yeah, it's a lot of dudes who sold y'all women wolf tickets. There's a lot of women, it's a lot of men who looked y'all dead in the eyes and said, "I'ma always be here for my child. Regardless, ain't no other man gonna take care of my child." And they lied to y'all women. A lot of these men looked y'all square in the eyes and said, "We gonna always be family, we gonna always be this." And the whole time they had another bitch. I get it. I know that. I hear you, sister. I hear you.
Period.
But this is nothing. One doesn't negate the other. See, this is the thing. When you come into a situation with somebody, and the situation already doesn't have property values of something that's going to last, it's not. It's not. It's not going to last. It's not going to be something that's a lucrative situation to you mentally or physically, or, you know what I mean, emotionally, women. You men, especially financially, physically, and mentally when you're not around them. Because when you have something as pure as life, see, this is what people don't understand, man. We can create a lot of things in life, but creating life, it is nothing that'll ever be equivalent. What I mean by that is this. Look at all the amazing people who are the reason why we are in certain situations and have flustered as just mankind, right? That's priceless. Two people made that individual, and it had an impact on a mass of people. See, this is why, going back to what I said earlier, if you're not gonna put yourself in a situation to carry a child to term, get rid of it before it becomes something mentally that you see. This is the thing. Once you can rid your mind mentally of something before it becomes an actual something that sticks with you forever, it's always cooler to live with, depending on the situation, a what if or what could have, versus to, oh man, why the fuck did I do that? I should have just, it's way easier.
Facts.
And a lot of people don't always have the support to talk to people about certain decisions that could be that drastic. Or some people just be so fearful about what other people think are going to say when it comes to other things. And so much, my heart goes out to a woman when, you know what I mean, it just comes to that in general, because in the day, man, like, mentally, it's way tougher for a woman who would have to, you know what I mean, be put in that situation because it's her body.
Facts.
But this is not to negate the fact that if a man was absolutely invested in building something with you, to have that, I mean, that has to be considered as well.
Yep.
I mean, not as much as the woman because it's her body, but it's got to count for something, because mentally, if a man is willing to step up to the plate, I believe that, you know, if it's a fair decision, that's not going to be something that's going to be a train wreck in the future. I mean, I don't see no problem with giving it a chance, but it's different variations to this shit, man. But when it comes to being somebody who ends up being the primary keeper of a child, y'all got to understand this, man. To all y'all that like to talk shit, please shut the hell up. To everybody who knows it's a man or woman raising their child or children primarily, please shut the hell up. Because if you're not happy with them kids, but you got all this opinion and complaints, and just don't. Just don't. It's way easier to shut the hell up and mind your business than it is to be in somebody else's that you're not helping. Facts. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. If you feel that a man or a woman who is raising their child to the best of their abilities, and this is the crazy part, parents don't always have the tools that they need to be successful parents to raise kids. So imagine how that feels to be a parent who doesn't have all the tools and have to figure it out along the way alone. Now, me personally, I was lucky enough to have a village. I told y'all that prior. I mean, shout out to my grandpa, shout out to my mom, shout out to, you know what I mean, anybody that was surrounding that situation. R.P. Pops, my step Pops Derek, you know what I mean. It was just, it was a lot of people who loved my kid. I'd say that more so. Who invested time, energy. From time to time, if they felt it was necessary without me asking, finances, clothes. You know what I mean? I was one of the rare lucky ones, but you want to know why? Because I was a single father. I was somebody who had full ownership and right to my kid and how she was raised. And as a man, that's rare, especially where I'm from. And the fact that I'm doing that, see, this is what y'all don't understand. A lot of y'all go out here begging for help and be doing the least amount. Facts. If people see that you're out here trying and you're doing all the things you need to do as an adult, you'd be surprised who will assist you.
Shit like that.
You'd be surprised who will assist your kids. You'll be surprised who put themselves in a sacrifice or a sacrificial situation just to make sure that you and your family get to a certain place. See, a lot of y'all got to understand, man. You went out here and kept accumulating babies. Nobody forced you to keep having babies, male or female. So it's nobody else's place to take care of that priority. You understand me? See, that's why I'm so hard when it comes to opinions. Because I know people who've had to raise their mothers who have had to raise their kids alone, and fathers who've had to raise their kids alone by default. And mind you, when you have a kid, you have two sides of a family. It's not just you and the person who made the baby. See, this is what a lot of y'all mess up. A lot of y'all go out here and you keep, just be real. I gotta be real. A lot of y'all, women, a lot of y'all will go out here and have a baby by one man, right? Okay. Then you have a baby by another man. Then you have a baby by another man. Then you have a baby by another man. Then you have a baby. That's 10, that's 6 different families, 5 different families. Because your family's never going to change. But each of those babies have a different family. And not everybody in those families are going to care about all your kids. They're not going to care about the kid that's not their blood. Everybody doesn't care that that's just a child. Some people are how they are. And I get it. It ain't cool. Is it fair? No, but it's life. It's real. Because this is what y'all don't understand. While y'all seeking somebody to feel sorry for you, you don't see how that made you look. And you could be a good woman. You just ain't the fuck. It's the truth. You could be a great woman. You could be an amazing mom with 5 to 4 different baby daddies. But you want to know what's fucked up? It's going to be hard for men to take you serious when it comes to that, because they going to take you as somebody who simply just like the fuck. And not only you like to fuck, you like to fuck unprotected. So imagine how if you trying to find a woman, you trying to find a man, and it's women in his family who know you and already have this assumption of you, and they find out you trying to talk to their family member who they know is a good man. Man, they're gonna throw all the salt they can on your name because they're trying to protect him.
Facts.
Why the hell do you think you need to be a good man to somebody who's been careless enough, and that's the word I'm gonna use, who's been careless enough not to protect themselves with X amount of men, and not one of them want to be a real father?
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit
Now,
like that. Shit
in your defense, if you are that person, that's shitty to the men too. Because a lot of y'all feel like once y'all have babies with a certain amount of people, them checks gonna come in. I can't even laugh. Oh my God. Some of y'all be feeling like the more bodies y'all accumulate, the more these stamps gonna go up, the more this child support gonna go up, the more assistance the government gonna get. Bro, that ain't no fucking way to live, man. That ain't no way to live. Because imagine what you could be. Imagine what you could have if you have. You know what's crazy? I think somebody who has at least 2 to 3. 3's pushing it. Three gonna get you judged. I'm just throwing it out there. Women. And it's fucked up that I got to say because it's the double standard for men. Men can have 10 baby mamas and everybody know they ain't shit, but they'll keep fucking them, and that's on y'all. Y'all women put these men who do that on pedestals. Is different because when a man comes into a woman's life who has X amount of kids, regardless of what he got going on, if he's not helping that woman and them kids and taking care of his kids, oh, he's absolutely ain't shit. But guess what? How does that make you look? All you did is combine all this confusion with somebody who got all this bullshit going on already. 2 irresponsible people doing more irresponsible shit that's gonna bring a child into this world because they wanted to be irresponsible once again. Nah, man, I'm gonna keep my shit. Hey, listen, I'm a little injured, but guess what? I ain't too hurt to tell the truth. Hello, somebody. Hello. I said, hello, somebody.
Hello.
There it is. Say, man, allowing yourself to be somebody who is a single parent with multiple kids, understand this. You can't find what you're looking for because there's a man and there's women out there who's looking for somebody they can have a family with because they might not can make a family on their own. There's somebody out there for you.
Facts.
But understand this in the process, man. You got to do a lot of proving for yourself to keep ensuring that you gonna be somebody and that your kids gonna see you be somebody and that society just not gonna look at you as somebody who's a half-asser. See, when it comes to some real shit, when it comes down to the end of the day, people can talk shit about you all they want, but let your kid become something or your kids become something. See, a lot of y'all give up too early in the game who do go out here and put themselves in a bind having all these kids too early. If you already play the game on fucked up terms, understand this. You owe it to your kids to pour into them to become something.
Facts.
Because at the end of the day, at least if one of them becomes something, can't nobody talk too much shit about you. You ain't gonna win them all. But if you can at least get one of them to be successful, or one of them to do something with their life, society rates you not a failure. Oh. Because not everybody's going to will their kids to success, whether they're rich, poor, or middle class. It's just that simple, G's. But y'all do need to, you know what I mean? Let me keep it on task. Men. Y'all got to hear me, man. Some of y'all got to goddamn do better, man. I ain't about to play with y'all motherfuckers.
Shit just got real.
I get tired of, you know what I mean, y'all having babies with some of these females, and y'all know the female's not somebody who's already dependable. What the fuck is stopping you from being a person who takes charge and just gets your fucking kid, man. I don't have sympathy for no fucking body who's not fighting to get their kid but complaining that they don't have their kid, bro.
Facts.
I am a grown fucking man who went through some fuck shit. But guess what? I fought. And guess what? I want petty after I fought and won. And guess what? I want somebody who didn't do right with the situation that I was blessed to obtain.
Shit like that.
It's
Shit
possible,
like that.
man.
Shit like
You
that.
get your
shit like
fucking
that,
kid
shit like that.
or your kids. Get off your fucking ass. Give a fuck. And fight for your kid. It was cool when you was fucking. It was cool when you was getting your dick sucked. It was cool when you was lying to this bitch telling her you was gonna give her the fucking world. Okay, guess what? All them lies need to become the truth for your fucking kid. Because that's the same that you can still be all the great things that you promised that woman for your fucking kids or your kid. Simple. Y'all don't get no fucking passes with me, G. Especially the ones who go out here fronting and flexing like they fucking doing this and that. No, man. See, listen. You want to know the only time I'm compassionate towards that situation, man? Full fucking transparency, my G. Is when I know, fuck what I know, because who the fuck am I, right? Fuck my fat ass, right? Yeah, fuck you too.
Yo, this guy has no chill, man.
Hey, edit that out. I'm a wild boy. I let my emotions out. The tiger got the cage. You hear me? Oh, shit, I can't. Let's chill out. That's what my man said on Superman. Yo, I'm sorry, man. The tiger got the cage. You know what I mean? Listen, only time I feel bad for a man is when you dealing with somebody and they openly fucking you over. Meaning, everybody knows that you want to be a good dad, but she's not letting you see your kid. A, because you got another family or another woman. B, you don't want to be with her. Or C, she not milking you financially the way she want to, and you ain't going for it. Or D, all of the above. Those are the only. Listen, a lot of y'all be having, especially modern day, bro. A lot of y'all got baby mothers who giving you y'all fucking kids. They ain't even trying to fight. They pushing they fucking kids on. Your kid is getting pushed on you, man. And you fucking turning them away to go out here and do what? One thing I never respect is this, man. You got the opportunity to have your kid. Hear me out. But then you half-ass allow yourself to do that. But the person you fucking with, you all in this kid's life doing all this shit for this kid. And it's supposed to be respected. No, the fuck it's not. It's not. Real shit, right? I have a blended family. Let's start there. You know what I mean? I have a blended family. My oldest son, who is 9, he's not mine biologically, right? He's not mine biologically. My daughter's mine. I just had a baby biologically with my wife. So she came with one. I came with one. We made one, right? Real shit I can tell you, man. I wouldn't expect my wife to value me as a man if she didn't already know I was being a fucking father first.
Facts.
And a man. There's nothing else after that I need to fucking say, my nigga. See, you know what the fuck is attractive to somebody who foresees a future with you?
What is that?
Men. Somebody who can take fucking responsibility even when it hurts them.
Shit like that. Shit like
Hear
that.
me?
Shit like that.
Somebody who can fight for something even when they don't know how long they gonna fight. They even get confused on what they fighting for. But they know it's for a purpose. They know it's for a greater good. Let me tell you something. This is a touchy subject to me, G's. Because women, I understand. A lot of y'all have been depicted in certain lights as lazy, sorry, trifling, and so forth. When all the fuck you want is a break. All the fuck you want is a break. All the fuck you want is a break. It's no way in the fuck one person should have to watch a child that they created with somebody 365 days out the fucking year, bro.
Lord have mercy.
Nigga, it's not. I don't even ask for half. Is what a lot of these women feel, man. Who are giving you the opportunity to be in your kid's life. They're not even asking for half. You just get them a couple months, a couple days out the week, a couple days out the month. If you can at least do that, and that's the fucked up part. A lot of y'all who have those type of baby mamas, y'all completely take advantage of those type of girls.
Shit like that.
And send them back out into the world broken for a man to repair who doesn't understand why a man would even do her like that, knowing she's already a good mom and a good woman, and she's fair and takes accountability.
Damn!
Y'all ain't shit. Anytime you get a mom and a woman who is just that, who can take an accountability trait, oh boy. And you fuck her over, oh, you dirty son of a bitch.
You dick!
Boy, you deserve lashes. You understand me? In the doctor's voice. You understand me? You deserve some lashes. At least 5 to 10. Because it's hard enough to find somebody who is legitly just fair as a parent. And if they're pushing it, I'm gonna say this and get off it, man, because I ain't gonna drag this episode out too long. I just wanted to get it started because we gonna go crazy next episode. I'm gonna say this, men. Sometimes when these women pushing these kids off on you, hear me motherfucking close. It might be better that you oblige and get your kid before it make the fucking news. Some of y'all think shit is a game. Some of y'all think that just because some of these women play crazy, they actually don't have mental illness.
Facts.
Some of y'all think that, you know what I mean, them threats of them hurting themselves and potentially hurting your kid is just her being mad at you. You'd be fucking surprised. The devil's real, he's busy, and he 100% is taking whoever he can back down there with him. And if he can manipulate the mind of somebody who's already weak and vulnerable, just know he will. And somebody innocent in the process will get hurt. I tell you one thing that hurts me to death, man. When I turn on this sad TV and I see these women letting these other men hurt a child that they raised with another man, that they had with another man. You know the first thing I think, where the fuck is the father how the hell was another man able to hurt this child without the father knowing?
Facts.
Where was the man at? See, when you grow up and you understand that we all got to go, but you understand how precious life is for a child, especially a child who is unknowing of the world, and you understand how devious people in it are, you guard what you love. And the first thing I think is when I hear that is, not enough men love their kids anymore. Yeah, I thought I was just going to dog these women this whole episode, huh? Oh, no, I lured y'all ass in to have a real conversation, man. Because I'm going to get back on their ass, too. But part one, it's no way in the hell I'm going to sit here and let these unjust situations keep going on without saying that, G. A lot of y'all know y'all has a baby with somebody who's on drugs, alcoholics, whatever. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. But y'all play as if y'all don't care to get what y'all want. Let me tell you something real, G's. It's a lot of things that you can live with in life. But if you're a man who cared but just wasn't there, understand if something happened to a kid by another man's hand that you didn't care to see who he was, what he about, what his mind like, what he could be capable of, and they're around your kid, you deserve whatever punishment come with that situation, just like with that woman getting, because you neglected that kid as well. You didn't give a fuck, just like she didn't give a fuck. And y'all both should go through whatever goes with that bullshit. One thing my kid will never be able to look me in my face. My kids, G.
Let's go, champ.
They'll never be able to say. One thing, Pops was an asshole. He was hard on us. We understand, you know what I mean? He wanted the best for us, yada yada. But that joker loved and protected us. When he came to us, he was going to make sure we was good. More so we was protected. Yeah, he didn't want us in everybody's face. Yeah, he didn't want us just sitting around in everybody's circle. Yeah, he didn't want us feeling comfortable just because people tell us they care, they love us. Because maybe he understood them the same people that could hurt us.
Shit like that.
Maybe he understood that these people might not be mentally the same people when nobody else is around. Maybe he understands that people have a representative that they give to other people and they're monsters behind closed doors. Man, it's time to stand up and be just that, man. Ain't no more excuses. Ain't no more sucking shit. Ain't no more complaints. If you got a kid and you know your kid could be in danger, you know they're in a messed up situation, I don't care how old they are, bro. You want to? I'm gonna close it out on this, man. Gangsta shit only, man.
You ain't never say stop playing with a gangster.
To all my OGs that's watching and all my young G's in training, man. There was a movie called South Central. There was a gentleman called O.G. Bobby Johnson in that movie. O.G. Bobby Johnson was completely he was a thug. He wasn't a gangster. Let's start there. O.G. Bobby Johnson was a thug. He was fighting, shooting, banging, no regard for life. Only thing he knew was his set. Only thing he cared about was his set. He had a baby. This hoodlum had a baby. O.G. Bobby Johnson knew his old lady at the time probably wasn't going to be a good mom. So O.G. Bobby Johnson would take his baby when he had a chance. He messed around. He got jammed up, right? He had to go do some hard time. O.G. Bobby Johnson sat his ass in jail for quite some time. But guess what time didn't stop? The growth of that child. In the midst of that child growing up, his mama became an addict who was fucking for money. Like a lot of y'all out here doing for current day.
Yikes.
Keeping it on the table. I'm gonna call a spade, and I'm gonna keep throwing out every card I got, cause I ain't even threw no big jokers out yet. You understand me? It's too easy right now. And if you're listening, you already know how I'm riding. And you're in the back seat, champ. I'm chauffeuring right now. You understand me? Go ahead and keep pouring up and blowing it. No diddy.
Really, nigga?
So he doing hard time. The mom wasn't strong enough to deal with the little boy. She had already, in a way, made it clear she didn't even really want to have the little boy. She still wanted to do what she wanted to do. She didn't want nothing to do with being a mom. Long story short, the little boy starts following in his daddy's footsteps. Ends up becoming a part of the same gang as the daddy. The daddy in jail doing what a lot of y'all niggas do. It take a lot of y'all niggas to go through this white man system to come down and become a man. Why? Some of y'all let this white man put y'all in his system, treat y'all like animals, and then y'all come out tame. Real G's know it's okay to be domesticated, as long as you protecting what's in your home.
Facts.
In your family. See, A real gangster ain't an animal. A real gangster ain't a provoker. A real gangster ain't somebody that go out here looking for trouble, but they sure as hell ain't ready for me.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
A man who don't take care of his family can't be rich. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, lame ass niggas, man. You understand me? OG Bobby Johnson, long story short, he comes home. His son back in the same game. His son done been shot. His son ain't even damn near 10 or 11. His son done been through all kind of treacherous shit. You know what that man did? That man fought for his fucking child, man. See, a lot of y'all might have missed the concept of what the movie was about. It took this man to understand by other men who had fucked up and had to be taught. See, the system didn't train him or tame him. Another man did. It's a difference. It's a difference. He went into it with no real knowledge and no real conscience of self, and came out with enlightenment and understood if he had a chance to better anything in this world, it needs to start with what he created. And that was his own flesh and blood, his child. That man fought for his child. He laid his life down for his child to get out of this game. And guess what, man? He looked somebody dead in the eyes who used to tell him he loved him as well, who is now manipulating his son, and told him, you always said if I needed a favor, I always had one favor with you, champ. See, this shit gonna get emotional for me. It gonna get emotional for me, dog, because some of y'all niggas don't get it. He said, if I got one favor, you told me that. All I want is my boy. Give me my boy, we square. He didn't want money. He didn't want no redemption. He didn't want his place back in the game. He didn't want the position of helping him get his life back on track. He said, just give me my boy. I don't want to fight. I don't want to shoot. I don't want to kill for it. I'm already fighting enough to get just him. Just give me my boy. And as a man, as fucked up as dude was, he gave him his son. And he left and he raised his son to be a man. Not the thug he was becoming. Not the thug that was following the same generational curses. But he raised him to be a fucking man. Part 2 on the way, man.